Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D and Ryzen 7 7800 by 3D will get an unlocked multiplier. The network has published information about the upcoming AMD Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D and Ryzen 7 7800 by 3D Zen 4 inches processors, which states that two chips will be unlocked to be able to overclock them. This usually means that the processor has an unlocked base multiplier, which makes overclocking easier. The previous generation Ryzen 7 5800 by 3D processors had a locked base frequency multiplier, which made overclocking them more difficult. Both the 16-core, 32-thread Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D and the 8-core/16-thread Ryzen 7 7800 by 3D have an estimated TDP of 120 watts, which for the flagship Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D is significantly lower than the 170 watts that the original Ryzen 9 7950X processor is designed for. It's also worth noting that the maximum transition temperature, TJ max, is only 89 degrees Celsius, compared to 95 degrees Celsius for the Ryzen 9 7950X and Ryzen 7 7700X. The launch of these two chips is scheduled for February 2023. The Ryzen 7 7800 by 3D model comes with 64 MB of 3D V cache located on top of 32 MB of onboard L3 cache, bringing the L3 cache size to 96 MB and the total cache size, L2 plus L3, to 104 MB. In turn, the Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D and the 12-core, 24-thread Ryzen 9 7900 by 3D come with 3D V cache on only one of the two CCD arrays. The first CCD matrix has 96 MB of L3 cache, including 3D V cache, while the second CCD matrix is a standard Zen 4 inches matrix with only 32 MB of built-in L3 cache. For these chips, the L3 cache is up to 128 MB, and the total cache capacity reaches up to 140 MB for the Ryzen 9 7900 by 3D and 144 MB for the Ryzen 9 7950 by 3D.